Every product brand you see started with a simple process. But in reality, every product goes through a series of steps before it reaches the market. From the initial idea to product development, packaging, testing, and finally reaching customers. When this process is not followed properly, problems begin to appear later. So understanding how a product is actually developed helps in building a stronger and more stable brand. In this video, we will go through the development process step by step. Following a clear development process helps avoid many common problems. Without a structured approach, issues may appear in product quality, packaging, or market acceptance. Each step in the process supports the next. Product development supports packaging. Packaging supports market acceptance. And proper preparation supports smoother entry into the market. When these steps are aligned, the brand has a stronger foundation. The development process usually begins with selecting a product idea and category. This includes deciding what type of product to create and who it is meant for. At this stage, it is important to think practically. Is the product suitable for the market? Is it a daily use product? Is it manageable for a new brand? A clear product idea and category help guide all the next steps in the development process. Once the product idea is defined, the next step is product development. This includes creating the formulation and preparing sample versions of the product. At this stage, factors like performance, consistency, and user experience are considered. The product may go through a few adjustments before reaching a stable version. A well-developed product forms the foundation of the brand. After the product is developed, the next step is packaging and label design. This is where the product takes its visible form. Choosing the right bottle, designing a clear label, and defining the overall presentation are important at this stage. Customers often notice the packaging before they experience the product. So the design should be simple, clear, and suitable for the market. Before moving into full production, testing the product in real conditions is an important step. This may include preparing a few sample units, using the product, and observing how it performs. Some entrepreneurs also share samples with known users to understand feedback and acceptance. This stage helps identify improvements in the product, packaging, or overall experience. Testing builds confidence before entering the market. Once the product and packaging are finalized, the next step is manufacturing and filling. This is where the product is produced in planned quantities and filled into bottles. Production is carried out under controlled conditions to maintain consistency and quality. For new brands, this stage is often supported by manufacturing partners who already have established systems. This helps ensure that the product is ready in a proper and professional form for the market. After production, the product needs to be prepared for the market. This includes deciding how the product will reach customers. Without this step, even a well-developed product may not reach its potential. So market preparation is an important part of the development process. Once the product is prepared, a next step is launch and early distribution. This is where the product is introduced into the market in a controlled way. In the beginning, distribution may be limited, focusing on a few locations or known customers. This stage helps in observing how the product performs in real market conditions. Early feedback and response can guide further improvements and expansion. So a product brand is developed through a series of steps, starting from the product idea and category, then product development and formulation, followed by packaging and design, testing the product before scaling, manufacturing and filling, preparing for the market, and finally, launching and distributing the product. When these steps are followed carefully, the process becomes more structured and manageable. Understanding how a product brand is developed helps bring clarity to the entire process. Instead of seeing it as a complex task, it becomes a series of manageable steps. With the right preparation and a practical approach, building a product brand can be done step by step. This is how many brands begin, with a clear process and steady progress.